Welcome back to Thundercats Week Day 6, and today we're looking at the big boys. So, if you remember from my Toys R Us haul video, I got these when the Toys R Us stores were having their closing sales, and I saw these in the store and I knew these were things that I was going to get, but I decided I'm going to wait a little bit. So, the percentage of discount is going to go down a little bit, or up rather. And that's usually a risky move when you're, bargain hunting for stuff like that. It's like, wait a little bit, see if it goes down. Fortunately, the weeks went by and these were not moving until it got to the point where I was like, all right, I think I got to pick these up. So I went the next week and they were gone. They were off the shelf. And I was angry about that. Fortunately, though, I found each of these in a different aisle. So obviously somebody picked them up and moved them, and, well, I came around and took them. So shout out to the person who was originally going to buy these. You quitter. See? I win. I have them. Anyway, these are the Thundercats Classics Mega Scale action figures. I believe these are like 15 inches tall each. Ages 15 and up only. Sorry, 14-year-olds, but you're going to have to wait a year. So, these are Mezco toys. There you see right there. Not really much to show on the package. You got some cool artwork right there. Same with Lion-O, I think. Yep, got the Thundercats right there. And just not much else around them. I have seen these before at, like, conventions. I know there are at least two others in this range. They have a Tigra and a Chitara, but I've not really seen those around except online. And the reason is because these are usually very expensive. I've seen these on eBay for, I think I recently saw the Mumra one for like 50 bucks or something. I got these for about $25 each during the Toys R Us closing sale, so this was quite a find, and I'm quite proud of it. So, with these, you get pretty much just a figure and maybe a couple of extra accessories in there. We'll take a look at that in a minute. I find it funny that you get an extra head for Lion-O, but it's like right there in plain view. It just seems kind of odd. They probably could have like stuck it down here or something. I feel like I like that head a little bit better anyway, instead of the one where he's like forever screaming, but whatever. And in the background there's some Swords of Omens right there. It just seems very odd to me that there's like a floating severed head of Lion-O right next to him. But anyway, we're going to take a close look at these, so I'm going to go ahead and drastically reduce their value. And I'm going to actually cut away right now because they are like tied into their thing. It's going to take me a long time to open up, and I don't really want to film all that. Also, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that don't like to see stuff like this get taken out of the box. So for the benefit of those of you with a weak stomach, I will now cut away. So I'll be right back. Oh boy, be grateful I didn't make you watch that, because these guys were hard to get out of those boxes. Mumra in particular, he had a lot of zip ties and things holding him down, but we got him out. So let's take a look at these guys. Here's Mumra. He actually, should point out that his legs were actually detached in the box, and you had to put them in. He also came with these bandages here. I guess you can, use these for different poses and stuff. Kind of neat. They're very frayed, very, mummy looking. And he had a cloth cape, which I wasn't even sure how this would go on, because it was just like one piece of cloth with nothing to like tie it on with. But apparently on the back of his neck there's like a button. See that red thing right there? So you had to put the cape on there. It had a little slit in it, and I guess you attach it to his claws because it had the holes on the ends there. But I guess that's how it's done. I'm not really sure. So with these, they don't have any leg articulations. They are very solid too. Very, very nice, very high quality. A little bit of hip movement there. He has surprising amount of range in his arm. He's got like a ball jointed arm. He's got a wrist joint. Does he move his head? Yeah, he's got a little bit of head movement there too. other than that, there's really not much else. But then again, you really don't need much else with figures like this. They're mainly just to, you know, put up on your shelf and admire, and you can have him splay out his arms like that and have him fly away off to cause trouble on Third Earth. There we go. Mum-Ra, you stand there. Now let's move on to Lion-O. So, Lion-O's exactly the same. His legs were not detached, but you can move those around if you want. He is having a little bit of balance issue, but it's not too bad. I suppose you just got to play with his legs a little bit, and he probably make it work. He got the wrist, well, not really wrist joints, it's more of the forearm joint, which is kind of strange. Same stuff going on. His head has a little bit more movement in it, of course, because you can actually remove the head. So, here's the head that was in there. Very strange to see that. Let's try and see how easy it is to get it. Oh, geez. That is a ball joint if I ever saw one. So, let's see how well this attaches. And, yeah, it attaches very nicely. Nice and snug. Perfect. He also has the claw shield, which you have to remove his hand to put on, of course. So let me go ahead and get that off. There we go. And put that on. It's nice to actually have some of these that actually attach the way they're supposed to, because I was struggling with a lot of the smaller figures, and it was very difficult indeed. All right, so he also, well, there he goes. See, little bit of balance problems with Lion-O, but we can make it work. There we go. I'm also on a rug, so I'm sure it's that's a problem too. Mini Sword of Omens right there. You got the small version. That it would be nice if he can like carry it on his hip or something, or unless he can. No, I don't see any way to attach it. It'd be nice if he could like keep that in the claw shield or keep it on his hip. And then you got the big version of the Sword of Omens. Let's see how well he can hold it. His hand is very, very closed. Can this detach? Nope. All right, we got to get this in there somehow. Oh boy, I think I'm very worried about snapping something like this. Let's have a look here, see if there's an easy way to do this. Seems that the thumb is a little bit movable. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Try not to break it. These are very expensive figures. I'm trying to treat them nice. And there we go. Alright. I guess that's good enough. Let's try and... Oh. There we go. Alright, so now he has the Sword of Omens, and he can point it at people, and and he can hold it up. So you can have him on your shelf, you know, holding up the Sword of Omens like that. There we go. These are very, very nice display pieces. I really do like them. I feel like they are a bit overpriced, unfortunately, but they are very nice. They're very good quality. My only gripes are, I think Lion-O's colors are a bit too dark. You know, he's got this weird like beige, like dark beige color to his skin. He was usually a little bit lighter than that. And I remember Mum-Ra being a lot taller. He is a slightly bit taller than Lion-O, but Mum-Ra was supposed to be huge, you know. And I feel like they could have made him just a little bit bigger. I mean, they detached his legs in the box, so I assumed he was going to have, you know, maybe a little bit more height over Lion-O, but apparently not. But other than that, I do really like these figures. They're very cool. Again, if you're a big Thundercats fan and you have the money to spend, then I'd say why not? They're good display pieces, and they're very, very cool. Limited mobility, of course, as usual. But again, you don't really need them to be moving around. They're just for show. They're not for play. Well, I guess that's about all I have for these. They are very cool, as I said many times. So coming up next, we have day 7, which is going to be some blind boxes that I've been holding on to for a while. And I believe I got some of those at Toys R Us as well. So stick around for that. Thank you for joining me for this video. Again, there wasn't really much to say about these. They just look cool. That's about it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. Check out my other Thundercats videos. And if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow.